talk about things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. I've played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say, no more race to play. The winner takes it all, the loser has to fall beside the victory. That's her destiny. I was in your arms, thinking I belonged there. I figured it made sense, building me a fence, building me a home, thinking I'd be strong there. But I was a fool, playing by the rules. The gods may throw a dice, their minds as cold as ice, and someone way down here loses someone dear. The winner takes it all, the loser standing small. It's simple and it's plain, why should I complain? Now tell me, does she kiss like I used to kiss you? Does it feel the same when she calls your name? Somewhere deep inside, you must know I miss you. But what else can I say? Rules must be obeyed. The judges will decide, the likes of me above, spectators of the show, always staying low. The game is on again, a lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, the winner takes it all. I don't want to talk if it makes you feel sad, and I understand. You've come to shake my hand. I apologize if it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense, no self-confidence. But you see, the winner takes it all. The winner takes it all. The game is on again, a lover or a friend, even friends. Then somebody bends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast, ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, and ever just as sure as the sun will rise. Tale as old as time, tune as old as song, bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong. Certain as a
Thank you very much for coming today to attend Ankitha's recital. But as you all know, it really is a recital for the whole community. So just wanted to thank you all for coming in. Just a quick note here. You all think Ankitha calls me what? What do you think she calls me? Dad? Appa? Papa? What do you think she calls me? Dad? Most of the time. Most of the time. Yes, Aksha. Monkey sometimes. For sure. But many a time she calls me Papa John. You might think it's because she likes, pizzas. But I think she likes other foods a lot more. She calls me Papa John, like in the Persian John, more like, it's love. Papa John. And you might wonder why she's using Persian to refer to me. Because I called her Baby John a few times. And that came from her singing once at my hairstylist. My hairstylist is Persian, and they're all Persian hairstylists in that place. And I'd taken her one day because, I was running errands, I was getting a haircut, and so she was with me, and they all know that she sings. And so she was in the 3rd grade or something like this, and so she sang. And they were like, oh my God, Ankitha John, Sarvesh John, it's all that stuff. So from there on, it's Papa John. So it's really the community that builds who we are, and music in this community, in Saratoga, for sure, comes from the community. As you all know, which is the day in which you eat the most pancakes? It's at the Saratoga pancake breakfast, right? In the Music Boosters Day. And I don't think I eat sausages any other day in the year. That's the only time I eat sausages. So the community in Saratoga has encouraged music in so many children, and they've gone on to become such good performers. So we are thankful to the community. We're really proud of being here and giving Ankitha the opportunity to go out and be such a good singer. And now, going from community, there are friends beyond the local community that encourage Ankitha as well. And they've been doing this for many, many years. I went to get a bunch of photographs for the event and try to put them up and say, let me look in a bunch of photographs. Every set in which Ankitha had participated in something or the other, in every one there is Dinesh Mama and Vara. They're in every one of the events she's done from when she was in 2nd grade, right? So it's almost like friends are a part of a child's upbringing entirely, and particularly in music. They've been there in every event. And it's just not Vara. It's people who have flown in from other cities. Geeta, our friend, we've got Gayatri, we've got Yashika, we've got Auntie Grace, so many people, friends of our community that come in and have done this for her. And friends of Ankitha's that have supported her all through the years. And how many choirs, late nights, travel to, I don't really know when they all travel out and go for these choirs, are they actually singing there or they're just having these big parties? But I mean, every time they come back, they have all these big photographs, and they seem to be having a lot of fun. And friends, friends, hey Pradeep, are you here? Where's Pradeep? He's Pradeep. Of course he's here. I sent you a text just before 4 o'clock. Did you get that? And this is what he says. Where are you? Do you need any help? This is at 4 o'clock. Come on, man. I mean, we've been running around for the last few days, for the last few months, and he comes in at 4 o'clock. Do you need any help? With friends like this, I remember family. He's an embarrassment. I can't take him out anywhere. Oh, that's just joking. It's more about family. Anyways, now talking about family, we have Ankitha's grandparents, both sets here today. And it is both half serendipity and the other half is, planning, I guess. They are here, and I wanna certainly thank them, who's sitting in the front row right here, My parents and Aparna's parents, they're here for Ankitha's performance. So she really is blessed to have them all here and listen to her sing in her senior recital. So, and we have other family members here too, and I'm not going to call them all out, but they are here. So thank you very much for coming in. And then the next group of people without whom we really could not have a child sing consistently for so many years or be musically oriented. It really is a challenge to apply yourself to the arts without the encouragement of teachers. And in Saratoga particularly, the teachers have been excellent, and there are many students here who can attest to that. Starting with Mr. Zhao in middle school in the choir. Thank you, Mr. Zhao. Mr. Yao in high school. He's not here today, but he retired a couple of years ago. Mr. Ford, who is the current teacher for the choir. There are lots of choir kids here. Mrs. Wyand, who retired a few years ago, but most of the current students in high school in the later years have had contact with her, and they've actually participated in choirs that she conducted. So it's been fantastic. It's been really fantastic. And then we'll talk about Ankitha's specific teacher over the years in just a second. We talked about family, and I did make a note in the card that her brother, Ankitha's brother, is incessantly annoying, and I'm sorry for saying so. For many close family and friends, that was being very generous. He is actually quite annoying at times. Not to me really, but to Ankitha. My God. So, I went to look at pictures, as I said earlier, to get a picture of him and her that we can use during this event. There was not one picture where I could find his face not actually, in a grimace or, putting his tongue out. There's not a picture. So, even in the book back there, you'll see I have his back. I don't have his face at all. So, this is what happens. But in spite of all that, there is a certain love that they have, which only they can describe. You really cannot describe it when you see them in action, but there is a certain love, and there's a certain admiration for the sister that he has. So, so she's decided upon our, strong discouragement to include him in the show today. So, hopefully he doesn't stick his tongue out while he's trying to sing. Akshay, you shouldn't do that, okay? Okay, thank you. Now let's talk about Ankitha for a moment. You need to have a basic inspiration and the interest in doing something around music, or to actually pursue it, music or, in fact, many of the arts. It was when she was 3 years old, and we were driving on 17 highway to Santa Cruz. I don't even remember the destination, what we were getting to. All I remember is a windy road, and she is humming a song from Little Mermaid. And I think she was just humming to herself and singing some words. And Aparna and I were listening to it and saying, that sounds fantastic. Is this real? She's 3 years old. What's going on? And so we said, there are a bunch of activities. We are, after all, Indian parents. We've got to put her in a bunch of activities, and she'll propel herself forward. So I think this is one of them. I don't think we went to Santa Cruz that day. We turned around, came back to Saratoga to search for teachers. That's what happened that day. So she's always been singing her entire life. And there are many of her classmates who are similar. She's gotten inspiration from a number of her friends in school. Nina Jayashankar, who she looked up to for many years. Nina was a couple of years ahead of her. She's in college now. And so it's literally, whatever Nina does, maybe I need to step into those in the same spots. So it was fantastic in terms of seeing that kind of a quality. And you go to states and divisionals and regionals. A number of kids here I know go together with Ankitha for those. I say, you've already been to this. Why do you have to do it again? It's Dad, we love it. We really, really enjoy singing. And so there's no stopping that. There are times we would go to a party. We've been to Joy Mama's house, and they will strum together. They'll sing together. So singing is natural, and she does it all the time. And then the constant encouragement of one person who's very significant in Ankitha's life beyond her parents. And that's Mrs. Alejandro. And Mrs. Alejandro, for most of you probably know, is a teacher for music, and she's passionate about the whole music program in Saratoga. So there are a number of years of musicals that Ankitha and her friends have participated, where Mrs. Alejandro has taught them, sometimes the singing, the choreography, sometimes directed the plays, the musicals. So it's been fantastic. The experience has been great. And right when she saw Ankitha sing the first few musicals, she basically took Ankitha on her wing and said, I can do a lot with Ankitha. I think she has the spirit, and I can work with her to make it happen. So she's been a part of Ankitha's musical life up until now. And today, I'm proud to introduce Mrs. Alejandro as the pianist and accompanist and teacher for Ankitha. Mrs. Alejandro. And now that the accompanist is on stage, I do not want to drone on any further. I do want to bring on Ankitha on stage and start the show. Ankitha Sarvesh.
God on high, hear my prayer in my need. You have always been there. He is young, he's afraid. Let him rest, heaven blessed. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him home. He's like the sun I might have known if God had granted me a son. The summers die one by one, how soon they fly on, and I am old and will be gone. Bring him peace, bring him joy. He is young, he Thank you all so much for coming out on a school Sunday, basically. That first song was Bring Him Home from the musical Les Mis, and if you don't know, it's sung by a male, so I will definitely be gender bending some of the songs during this recital, because some of the male songs are just as beautiful as the female songs. The second piece today is Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid, and you got a little bit of intro from that from Papa Jean, but basically I used to sing this in the back of the car, and it's the first song that I memorized word for word. Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you think, sure she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs, I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I want to be where the people are. I wanna see em dancing, walking around on those, what's that word again? Feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down the, what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Betcha on land they understand, bet they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it, what's the word? Burn. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore up above, out of the sea? Wish I could be part of that world. The next two songs are going to be two classical pieces. Last summer, I had the amazing opportunity to perform in Carnegie Hall in New York. I actually didn't even know that I was applying for that competition. I just came home one day and had an email saying, "Congrats, you got into Carnegie Hall," and I didn't even question it at all, but my mom had actually sent in an application without me knowing. And so I have a tendency to get attached to the results, so I think that was a good thing she didn't tell me. But the two songs that I'll be singing are Se tu mami se sospiri, which is about a woman who is basically torn between two men in her life. But on a more solemn note, the second is Spring Sorrow by John Ireland, and that is a song about a woman who's dealing with heartbreak, and her heart was probably broken over the winter. And so she compares her revival and trying to get away from the heartbroken state of herself, and it's compared to the transition from winter to spring. So I hope you like these two songs.
Sospiri sol
Doman puilas pretzera, doman puilas pretzera, ma delio menil consilio, io per me non seguiro, non perché mi piace il giglio, gli altri fiori sprezzeiro. Se tu m'ami, se tu sospiri sol per me, gentil pastor, o dolor dei tuoi martiri, o diletto del tuo amor, ma se pensi che soletto io ti debba riamar, pastorello sei soggetto facilmente a ti ingannar, pastorello sei soggetto facilmente a ti ingannar, facilmente a ti ingannar. All suddenly the wind comes soft, and spring is here again, and the hawthorn quickens with buds of green, and my heart with buds of pain. My heart all winter lay so numb, the earth so dead and frore, that I never thought the spring would come, or my heart wake anymore. But winter's broken and earth has woken, and the small birds cry again, and the hawthorn hedge puts forth its buds, and my heart puts forth its pain.
The next two songs are going to be two Broadway songs. The first is How Could I Ever Know from The Secret Garden, and the second is In His Eyes from Jekyll and Hyde. Fun fact, Jekyll and Hyde was the first musical I saw that didn't have a happy ending.
How could I know I would have to leave you? How could I know I would hurt you so? You were the one I was born to I sit and watch the rain and see my tears run down the window pane. I sit and watch the sky and I can hear it breathe a sigh. I think of him, how we were, and when I think of him, then I remember in his eyes I can see where my heart longs to be. In his eyes I see a gentle glow, and that's where I'll be safe, I know. Safe in his arms, close to his heart, but I don't know quite where to start. By looking in his eyes, will I see beyond tomorrow? By looking in his eyes, will I see beyond the sorrow that I feel? Will his eyes reveal to me promises or lies? But he can't conceal from me the love in his eyes, his eyes, his eyes. But most of all, the look that hypnotizes. If I'm wise, I will walk away and gladly. But sadly, I'm not wise. It's hard to talk away the memories that you prize. Love is worth forgiving for. Now I realize everything worth living for is there in his eyes. Love is worth forgiving for. Now I realize everything worth living for is there in his eyes.
The next song is Reflection from the Disney movie Mulan. And growing up as a little bit of a tomboy, I can definitely relate to this song on an emotional level. If you want to sing along, you can. I know everyone loves this song.
Look at me, I will never pass for a perfect bride or a perfect daughter. Can it be I'm not meant to play this part? Now I see that if I were truly to be myself, I would break my family's heart. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know? Somehow I can't
Up next, I'm pleased to announce that my brother will be playing a few songs in the middle. Akshar's been singing for as long as I can remember, and one of my favorite memories of his is during his talent show when he was in kindergarten. He went up on stage, sang a total of 4 words, then forgot the words, hit his head and said, "Oops, I made a mistake," and walked off stage. I then ran to the side of the stage and told him, "Akshar, if you don't go back up there, I'm not going to play Mario Kart with you anymore." So needless to say, the threat definitely worked, because here he is, here he is singing during my senior recital. So let's give it up for Akshar.
Wait, is that on the microphone? Okay. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone on narrow streets of cobblestone. Beneath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light. It split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share, and no one dare disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words and I might teach you, take my arms and I might reach you, but my words like silent raindrops fell and echoed in the wells of silence. Then the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming. And the sign said, the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls, and written in the sounds of silence. Desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Up ahead in the distance, I saw a shimmering light. My head grew heavy and my sight grew dim. I had to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell. I was thinking to myself, this could be heaven or this could be hell. Then she lit up a candle showed me the way. There were voices down the corridor, and I thought I heard them say, "Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find us here." Her mind is Tiffany twisted. She's got a Mercedes Benz. She got a lot of pretty boys that she calls her friends. How they danced in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, and some dance to forget. So I called up the captain, "Please bring me my wine." And he said, "We haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, "Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Well, you have room at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. Bring your alibis." Mirrors on the ceiling, pink champagne on ice. And she said, "We are all just prisoners here of our own device." And in the master's chamber, they gathered for the feast. They stab it with their steely knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. "Relax," said the night man, "we are programmed to receive. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Don't attempt to go. This is your new home."
I don't wanna talk about things we've gone through, though it's hurting me. Now it's history. I've played all my cards, and that's what you've done too. Nothing more to say, no more race to play. But when it takes it all, the loser has to fall beside the victory. That's her destiny. I was in your arms, thinking I belonged there. I figured it made sense, build building me a fence, building me a home, thinking I'd be strong there, but I was a fool, playing by the rules. The gods may throw a dice, their minds as cold as ice, and someone way down here loses someone dear. The winner takes it all, the loser standing small. It's simple and it's plain, why should I complain? Now tell me, does she kiss like I used to kiss you? Does it feel the same when she calls your name? Somewhere deep inside, you must know I miss you. But what else can I say? Rules must be obeyed. The judges will decide, the likes of me abide, spectators of the show, always staying low. The game is on again, a lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, the winner takes it all. I don't want to talk if it makes you feel sad, and I understand you've come to shake my hand. I apologize if it makes you feel bad, seeing me so tense, no self-confidence. But you see, the winner takes it all. The winner takes it all. The game is on again, a lover or a friend, a big thing or a small, the winner takes it all. My mom said I couldn't leave the stage without singing an ABBA song, so. The next piece is Beauty and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. I got to play Mrs. Potts in my 7th grade when Redwood did the show here. And I told my mom when we were getting the list of these songs together that I didn't want to have to sing a 3rd Disney princess song. But as you can see from your program and as what I'm about to do, I am singing a 3rd Disney princess song. Hope you enjoy. Tale as old as time, true as it can be, barely even friends, then somebody bends unexpectedly. Just a little change, small to say the least, both a little scared, neither one prepared. Beauty and the Beast, ever just the same, ever a surprise, ever as before, and ever just as sure as the sun will rise. as old as time, tune as old as song, bittersweet and strange, finding you can change, learning you were wrong, certain as the sun, rising in the east, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty and the beast, tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, beauty and the beast. The next two pieces are going to be two classical pieces. The first is Wie Melodien sieht es mir by Johannes Brahms, and the second is When I Am Laid in Earth by Henry Purcell. Wie Melodien sieht es mir leise dugden sehen, wie Frühlingsblumen blut es und schwebte wie Duft dahin. Und schwebte wie Duft dahin. Doch kommt das Wort und fasst es und führt es vor das Auge. Wenn über graue blast es und schwindet wie ein Haar. Und schwindet wie ein Haar. Und dennoch ruht im Reime verborgen wohl ein Duft, den mild aus stillem Keime ein feuchtes Auge ruft. Den mild aus stillem Keime ein feuchtes
The next song is actually two songs that I wanted to combine because I really couldn't decide between the two. They're both from Phantom of the Opera. The first is Angel of Music, and the second is Think of Me. And the last few measures of Angel of Music are in the key of D major, and the first few measures of Think of Me are in the key of D major, so they really flow nicely from one to the next. See if you can figure out when we go from Angel to Think of Me.
Where in the world have you been hiding? Really, you were perfect. I only wish I knew your secret. Who is this new tutor? Father once spoke of an angel. I used to dream he'd appear. Now as I sing I can sense him, and I know he's here. Here in this room he calls me softly, somewhere inside hiding. Somehow I know he's always with me. He's the unseen genius. I watched your face from the shadows, distant through all the applause. I hear your voice in the darkness, yet the words aren't yours. Angel of music, guide and guardian, grant to me your glory. Angel of music, hide no longer, come to me, strange angel. Angel of music, guide and guardian, grant to me your glory. Angel of music, hide no longer, come to me, strange angel. Think of me fondly when we've said goodbye. Remember me every so often. Promise me you'll try. On that day, that not so distant day, when you are far away and free, if you ever find a moment, spare a thought for me. And though it's clear, though it was always clear that this was never meant to be, if you happen to remember, stop and think of me. Think of August when the trees were green. Don't think about the way things might have been. Think of me waking silent and resigned. Imagine me trying too hard to put you from my mind. Think of me, please say you'll think of me. Whatever else you choose to do, there will never be a day when I won't think of you. Can it be my love? Long ago, it seems so long ago, how young and innocent we were. He may not remember me, I remember. Flowers fade, the fruits of summer fade. They have their season, so do we. But please promise me that sometimes you will think of me.
Next is O mio babbino caro by Puccini, and the first time I heard the song, I instantly fell in love with it, so I hope the same is for you.
O mio babbino caro, mi piace bello, bello, vuoi andare in Porta Rossa a comperar l'anello. Sì, sì, ci voglio andare. E se l'amassi d'orno, andrei su Ponte Vecchio, ma per buttarmi in Arno mi strego e mi tormento. Oh Dio, vorrei morir. Babbo, pietà, pietà. Babbo, pietà, pietà.
This one's for you, Joy Mama.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there to the things I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall trees bend into leaning. Suddenly raindrops that fall have a meaning, sprinkling the scene, makes it all clear. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back there now that I have some direction. It sure would be nice to be back home where there's love and affection. And just maybe I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. Time, be my friend. Let me start again. Suddenly my world has gone and changed its face, but I still know where I'm going. I have had my mind spun around in space, and yet I've watched it growing. Oh, if you're listening, God, we should believe in the things that we see. Tell us, should we run away or should we try and stay? Or would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy. Oh, but it taught me to love. So it's real, real, real to me. And I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find, yeah, a world full of love, like yours, like mine, like home. Thank you. Thank you all so much for coming out this evening. And now my brother's going to come up and we're going to sing a little duet together as our last number. Good planning, Akshay. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us lonely sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. So this is the only part that I haven't planned and memorized. It's all the thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Daddy. Thank you. Can you thank you? Something.
Speak.
Thank you to everyone who has come out today. I can't even see, but it looks like a lot of people. But thank you all so much for making time out of your day to come support me. As my dad mentioned in the beginning, along every step and every year of my life, you have all been there to support me, and I've just had more and more people added to that pool of support and love. So first of all, I'd like to thank Adrian, DJ, Byron, and all the people who helped today to help me and, were calming my nerves before the show. And Marissa for helping calm my mother's nerves before the show. Her head was about to fall off. And I'd like to thank my grandparents, both sets of grandparents who are living with us right now. The house is a little crowded, but it's a small price to pay just to have all the family in the house. So thank you all so much for being here. And thank you to all my teachers over all the years who have helped me to be the best musician performer that I can be. Just to name a few, Mr. Zhao, Miss Wyant, Mr. Yowell, Mr. Ford, and of course, last but not least, Mrs. A. Thank you so much, Mrs. A.
It's my favorite flower. Did you know that?
I think so. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I just want to say I'm so glad this isn't a senior recital, because then I'd have to cry. I still have her for another year. And I am so excited about still working with you. You are amazing as a human being and as a musician, as a wonderful purveyor of thoughts and feelings through music. You're special.
And of course, thank you to all my friends and family, and of course, Mom. Love you. Thank you. Now go enjoy some yummy food.
So that concludes the program. Hope you can all stay for dinner with us. It's back out that way to the right in the school quadrangle. And Ankitha will be available for photographs and so forth. We really would love all of you to take photographs with her for memory. And we have her friends actually doing photography, and they've got cameras back there. So either it's better to maybe clear out to the back there and do some photography there. We'd love for all of you to take pictures with her today, so it's good memory for all of us. Thank you very much for coming again. Thank you. Ankitha.
Ankitha's one of my sweetest friends. She's so wonderful and intelligent and beautiful both inside and out. I remember I was there when she got the email that she was going to go to Carnegie Hall, and we were so excited, but I couldn't tell her because we were in math class and I had to kind of tone it down. But I was freaking out, and I'm so glad that I've been with her through so much of her singing career. And I know she'll do wonderful today, and she'll just have a wonderful singing career. Is that good?
How she inspires you, or
Okay.
how she is as a great sister to you.
Okay, so my sister practiced a lot for this recital. It definitely paid off. She sang like 14.5 songs, and I only sang 2.5 songs, and I was really stressed out. Like, my heart was racing, So I have no idea how she felt, but I know it was much worse than what I felt, because well, I was doing much less than she was for this recital. Yeah, I know. So I don't know. Ask me a question about her.
How she inspired? Is she a nice sister to you?
She's nice if I'm nice, basically. If I'm not nice, if I say anything to her, then she's mean to me, basically. Yeah.
No, how does she inspire you?
Okay. She's really good at singing. So then I started singing, and she's the reason that I in kindergarten I went back up on stage after messing up a song. Yeah, is that enough? Okay, done. Thank you.
How her singing has been really promising, what she is to your family.
And okay. Hi, Ankitha. This is Joy Mama and Gayatri Mami. Right after your show, you did so well. We are very, very proud of you. We were sitting right.
So proud, really proud. And you touched my heart the whole time. I felt every word of what you sang, and I wish you all the very, very best, Ankitha. I really, really hope you take this on and continue this musical career. It was such a joy to see you sing today, and to see where you've come from, Ilosali, when you were 3 years old to now. It's just incredible, and I'm so, so proud of you. So I wish you all the best. I'm giving you big hugs and kisses. Lots of love to you.
And I was sitting right there in the second row, Ankitha, watching every note that you hit. And I was so nervous on the tough notes, especially on home, because I knew they were coming up. But you nailed all of them, and you did really well. I was so proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
No.
Say something to Ankitha.
Say congratulations.
It was awesome.
Yeah, Sirisha has been aspiring to be like you. Yes.
This one's for Ankitha. Come on, Joy. You got to do this. That's your background, people walking up and down.
Hey Ankitha, it is absolutely wonderful to hear you sing, and thank you for introducing me to Puccini. That was beautiful, and all the very best.
And you were fantastic. I just loved all the numbers. My first Western classical evening, and I thought you were just spectacular. We love you. We have seen you since you were a little baby, and we're going to continue to see you. So this is not the end. This is just the beginning of your innings with the world at this point, as I call it, because you're done with Saratoga now.
She said that all without taking breath.
Yes. We love you, Ankitha. Good luck. Lots of love.
Okay, you tell us whenever. All right, so this is the Mahavni family. We have known Ankitha since she was a little baby and have watched her grow and blossom into a beautiful young lady with all of her accomplishments. Of course, the musical accomplishments are what we are celebrating today. So it's been lovely to see her, sing just by the dining table for us, right? Little songs, and to now actually stand up there and perform and to be at Carnegie Hall. It's absolutely wonderful to know her.
You guys want to say anything?
We want good seats next time you play Carnegie Hall, because we'll be there.
So congratulations, Ankitha. He was looking forward to an absolutely wonderful, very bright future. Thank you.
This was a fantastic show we had seen for these. And I bless you. God bless you, and you must be having many more such programs.
And we are proud of you to have as my grandchild. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you.
Ankitha, we love kids, as you know. These kids all wanted to be in the frame, but you are our first and most precious baby, and then all these monkeys followed. We love you, we're so proud of you, and we can't wait to see everything else that you achieve. Finish.
Yeah, it's the same here. Here's Kostav.
No, I just want to walk by. I can't punch.
And you were our very first pumpkin, so then all these other pumpkins have shown up. All right, we will hope to see a whole bunch more from you.
Can you proceed? No, nothing. Okay, may I start? She's very talented. I expected, but it is much more than what I thought of the performance. Even when she comes to India, when she casually pays attention to some of the Indian songs and she produces back, but she doesn't practice it, that's why she forgets. Thanks. Thanks, all of you made it a success.
Ankitha, my granddaughter, when she was 4 years itself, she used to sing so nicely. Even if she doesn't know the language or anything, Hindi songs, without any practice, she used to repeat the songs nicely. Then that time onwards, I used to tell Aparna that she should learn music in a proper way. Her voice is beautiful and it goes to any heights, and she is great, dedicated for the singing. Really, she worked hard and she achieved this much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Checking.
Okay. What are we going to say?
I'm wondering, Aparna, why you did not join me on stage today.
Because I didn't want to steal the show from Ankitha and you, Sarvesh. That's why. And Akshar.
So
it was your day.
Yeah.
It was Ankitha's day.
No, it's really to talking to Ankitha. Ankitha, we want to tell you, we are so proud of what you did today. It is actually, the whole show was designed so that we can force you to sing 10 songs for us. We've tried so many times for you to have to sing to us, and it's like, no dad, no mom, Yashika auntie asks, Varate asks, family, nobody. You didn't sing for anybody else. I think this was a big ruse so that we can have you sing for us. So thank you so much for doing it. And Akshar, what about that? I can't believe your heartbeat was twice the speed of the metronome. That's what you said. So.
But you still did such an amazing job, Akshar. And Ankitha, no words to describe how wonderful you were.
Yeah.
Love you both so much.
Love you so much. Thank you for doing this and being so confident and presenting yourself so well. This makes us very confident that you're going to go out and do great things in life. Okay?
Yeah.
Enjoy it, sweetie. Bye-bye.
Love you. God bless you.
All right. Ready? Ankitha, your recital was amazing today. You surprised everyone with your beautiful voice. You looked beautiful. And your singing was just absolutely sublime. So thank you for having me and for having everyone today. It was really fantastic.
All right. Ankitha, sweetheart. It's Mrs. A. I've known Ankitha since she was in 3rd grade and had the wonderful opportunity to start music with her in elementary school. A couple of musicals there, as in Seussical and The Queen of Hearts, and then on to middle school where she was one of the stars in the musical that I wrote called The Lost King of Ithris, and an amazing voice as a queen, and other musicals as well. But more than that, watching her grow musically over the years and her ability to sing so beautifully from the heart. She's a wonderful person, comes from an incredible family. Mom and Dad support her, and Ankitha, I'm speaking to you, never forget the love that your parents, your grandparents, and your brother give to you, because those things are important in molding you into a wonderful human being, the human being that you're becoming. Always cherish your gift. If you don't use it, I do believe you lose it. So make sure you sing when you get to college and someday when you have a family. Singing is a gift. It's the language of the universe, and you definitely spoke to me. I loved today. Today was wonderful. You have a special gift and a special heart, and I'm so glad I get you for one more year. Love you, sweetie.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there, to the things I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall trees bend into leaning. Suddenly raindrops that fall have a meaning, sprinkling the scene, makes it all clear. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back there. now that I have some direction. It sure would be nice to be back home where there's love and affection. And just maybe I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. Time, be my friend. Let me start again. Suddenly my world has gone and changed its face, but I still know where I'm going. I have had my mind spun around in space, and yet I've watched it growing. Oh, if you're listening, God, please don't make it hard to know if we should believe in the things that we see. Tell us, should we run away, or should we try and stay? Or would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy. Oh, but it taught me to love. Facilmente io ti ingannar, facilmente io ti ingannar. Bella rosa purpurina, oggi Silvia sceglierà con la scusa della spina. Doman poi la sprezzerà, doman poi la sprezzerà. Ma degli uomini il consiglio io per me non seguirò, non perché mi piace il giglio, gli altri fiori sprezzerò. Se tu m'ami, se tu sospiri sol per me, gentil pastor, o dolor dei tuoi martiri, o diletto del tuo amor, ma se pensi che soletto io ti debba riamar, pastorello sei soggetto facilmente a ti ingannar. Pastorello sei soggetto facilmente a ti ingannar, facilmente a ti ingannar. I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there, to the things I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall trees bend into leaning. Suddenly raindrops that fall have a meaning, sprinkling the scene, makes it all clear. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back there, now that I have some direction. It sure would be nice to be back home where there's love and affection. And just maybe I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. Time, be my friend. Let me start again. Suddenly my world has gone and changed its face, but I still know where I'm going. I have had my mind spun around in space, and yet I've watched it growing. Oh, if you're listening, God, please don't make it hard want to know if we should believe in the things that we see. Tell us, should we run away or should we try and stay? Or would it be better just to let things be? Living here in this brand new world might be a fantasy. Oh, but it taught me to love. So it's real, real, real to me. And I've learned that we must look inside our hearts to find